Is it possible that the greatest thief in your life isn't a person, a circumstance, or a tragedy, but rather a comforting lie you tell yourself every single morning? It is the lie that whispers, "You have time." It is the lie that convinces you that the future is a distant, infinite ocean where you can eventually sail your dreams, while today is just a waiting room. But what if I told you that this waiting room is actually a cage? What if I told you that the sensation of safety you feel right now is actually the sensation of sinking? We treat time as if it were cheap, as if it were something we can afford to waste, as if there is an endless supply of tomorrows tucked away in a vault somewhere. But there isn't. There is only this messy, fleeting, undeniable moment. And while you are waiting for the perfect time to start, the clock is not waiting for you. It is ticking, relentlessly, indifferently, pushing you inch by inch toward a date that is approaching faster than you can comprehend. Think about the last 2 years. Close your eyes for a second and really think about them. Do they feel like a long, arduous journey, or do they feel like a blur? Do they feel like 730 separate days of purposeful action, or do they feel like a single breath that vanished into the ether? For most of us, the past is a fog. We look back and wonder where the time went. We see the milestones we missed. Furthermore, we see the goals we set on New Year's Eve that were abandoned by February. We see the version of ourselves we promised we would become, standing there like a ghost, haunting the hallways of our potential. Now, open your eyes and look forward. The year 2026 is coming. It is barreling toward you like a freight train in the night. To your mind, it might sound like a futuristic date, a point on the horizon that belongs to later. But let me shatter that illusion right now. 2026 is not the future. 2026 is the bill coming due for the choices you are making today. The terrifying reality of human existence is that we are terrible at understanding the speed of life. When we are children, a summer feels like an eternity. But as we age, the perception of time accelerates. It slips through our fingers like dry sand. You blink, and you are 30. You blink again, and you are 40. Furthermore, you blink again, and you are wondering why you never wrote the book, why you never started the business, why you never got in shape, why you never fixed the relationship. This phenomenon isn't just a feeling, it is a psychological trap. Our brains are wired to prioritize the immediate comfort of the present over the abstract needs of the future. We choose the dopamine hit of the scroll over the discipline of the workout. We decide the safety of silence over the risk of speaking up. Furthermore, we choose the known misery over the unknown glory. And in doing so, we drift. Drifting is the most dangerous state a human being can be in. It is not a crash. A crash is loud. A crash wakes you up. Drifting is silent. Drifting is comfortable. You don't realize you are drifting until you are miles away from shore, surrounded by deep water, with no land in sight. Most people do not ruin their lives with one single catastrophic decision. They ruin their lives by making no decisions at all. They let the current of mediocrity carry them downstream, day after day, week after week, until they wake up one morning and realize they have arrived at a destination they never chose. They look in the mirror and see a stranger with their face, but without their spark, a stranger who's settled. I want you to conduct a brutal audit of your current trajectory. If you change absolutely nothing about your daily routine, if you keep eating the same food, consuming the same content, talking to the same people, and working with the same level of intensity, where will you be when the calendar turns to 2026? Be honest. Will you be richer or just older? Will you be stronger or just more tired? Will you be free or will you be even more entangled in the chains of your own excuses? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Yet, millions of people live in this insanity. They pray for a harvest, but they never plant the seeds. They wait for a ship to come in, but they never sent one out. They believe that 2026 will magically be their year, without realizing that the year doesn't care about you. The year is just a container. You have to fill it. The reason you need to listen to every word of what is coming next is that we are about to hand you the blueprint to stop the drift. We are going to dismantle the illusion that keeps you paralyzed. But you have to be willing to accept a hard truth. You are the problem. It is not the economy. It is not your boss. It is not your upbringing. It is not your bad luck. It is you. It is your unwillingness to sacrifice who you are for who you could become. It is your addiction to the comfort zone. It is your fear of looking foolish. It is your refusal to engage with the pain of growth. As long as you point the finger outward, you are a victim. And victims do not build legacies. Victims do not change the world. Victims wait to be saved. But I am here to tell you that no one is coming to save you. No one is coming to push you out of bed. No one is coming to force you to do the work. You are the rescue party. This is about more than just productivity. This is about the stewardship of your soul. Every human being is born with a unique set of gifts, a unique potential that the world needs. When you waste your time, you are not just wasting your own life. You are robbing the world of the contribution you were born to make. Think about the inventions that were never created because the inventor was too busy watching television. Think about the art that was never made because the artist was too afraid of judgment. Think about the leaders who never led because they were too comfortable following. Do not add your name to that list. Do not let your potential die in the graveyard of someday. The concept I want you to burn into your mind is the 2026 rule. It is a principle that cuts through the noise and forces you to confront the reality of cause and effect. The rule is simple. The life you live 2 years from now is the direct result of the habits you build today. There is a lag time in the universe. You do not go to the gym today and wake up with muscles tomorrow. You do not save $1 today and wake up rich tomorrow. You do not read a page today and wake up wise tomorrow. The results are delayed. And because they are delayed, we often give up. We say, it's not working. But it is working. It is always working. Every action is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. Every inaction is a vote for the person you are trying to escape. The 2026 rule demands that you stop looking at the mirror for immediate results and start trusting the process of compounding. Imagine for a moment that you could meet your 2026 self. Imagine them walking into the room right now. What do they look like? How do they carry themselves? Is their head held high with the confidence of a warrior who has conquered their demons? Or are their shoulders slumped with the weight of regret? Look them in the eye. That person is begging you to act. That person is screaming at you across the chasm of time, pleading with you to put down the distractions, to get up, to move, to fight, because they are the ones who will have to live with the consequences of your choices today. You are the architect of their joy or the architect of their suffering. Which will it be? We live in a world that is designed to keep you asleep. Everything around you is engineered to steal your attention. The algorithms, the news cycles, the endless stream of entertainment, it is all a pacifier. It is designed to keep you docile, to keep you consuming, to keep you from creating. When you are distracted, you are weak. When you are distracted, you are controllable. When you are distracted, you are stagnant. To break free from this, to harness the power of the 2026 rule, you have to become a rebel. You have to revolt against the culture of convenience. You have to declare war on your own impulses. You have to decide that your future is more important than your present feelings. Emotions are excellent servants, but terrible masters. If you only work when you feel like it, you will never build anything of value. Motivation is a fleeting emotion. It comes and goes like the wind. Discipline, however, is a decision. It is the ability to give yourself a command and follow through, regardless of how you feel. The person you want to be in 2026 is built on discipline, not motivation. They are built on the early mornings when it is cold and dark. They are built on the late nights when you are exhausted, but you push for one more hour. They are built on the sacrifices that no one sees. The glory is public, but the price is paid in private. This is not a dress rehearsal. This is it. This is your life. You don't get a do-over. You don't get to rewind the clock and try again. The sand is running through the hourglass, and you can't put it back. That thought should scare you. It should terrify you, but it should also liberate you. Because if this is it, then what do you have to lose? Why are you holding back? Why are you playing small? Why are you worried about the opinions of people who don't matter? The only opinion that matters is the opinion of your future self. Will they thank you, or will they resent you? The path we are about to walk down together is not for the faint of heart. It is not for those who want a quick fix or a magic pill. It is for those who are ready to take radical responsibility for their existence. Furthermore, it is for those who are tired of their own excuses. It is for those who are ready to demand more from themselves than anyone else could ever expect. We are going to identify the specific, actionable pillars that will hold up your new life. These are not vague theories. These are the non-negotiable laws of growth. But before we can build, we must clear the site. We must clear away the debris of your past failures, the rubble of your limiting beliefs, and the clutter of your distracted mind. You have to want this. You have to want it more than you want to sleep. Furthermore, you have to want it more than you want to be entertained. Besides, you have to want it like you want to breathe, because the force of gravity is strong. The pull of your old life is powerful. It will try to drag you back down. It will whisper to you that you are not good enough, that you are too old, that you are too young, that you don't have the resources. You must have a burning desire that is stronger than those lies. You must have a vision of 2026 that pulls you forward through the mud. Close your eyes one more time. Visualize the date, January 1st, 2026. Where are you? Who are you with? What have you achieved? Feel the texture of that reality. Smell the air. Feel the pride in your chest. That reality is possible. It is waiting for you, but it is not guaranteed. It must be earned. It must be fought for. Furthermore, it must be seized from the jaws of complacency. The gap between where you are now and that vision is filled with work, hard work, smart work, consistent work, but it is the only work that matters. So, I ask you again, is it possible that the greatest threat to your future isn't something out there, but something in here? Is it possible that the illusion of time has lulled you into a sleep that you need to wake up from right now? The alarm is ringing. The clock is ticking. The world is moving. Are you coming with us? Are you ready to leave behind the version of you that settles and step into the version of you that conquers? The journey to 2026 begins in this heartbeat. Not tomorrow, not next week, now. Let us step into the fire together and forge a future that is worthy of your potential. Let us look at the 5 things you must do, or risk staying stuck forever. Because staying stuck is not just a tragedy, it is a choice. And today, you are making a different choice. Today, you are choosing to rise. Our have made the choice to rise. But a choice without a framework is just a fleeting emotion. It is a spark that dies before it can become a fire. To turn this decision into destiny, you must understand the mechanics of how reality is constructed. This brings us to the core philosophy that will define your next chapter. The 2026 rule. This is not a magic trick. It is not a manifestation technique where you close your eyes and wish for a better life. It is a fundamental law of physics applied to the human experience. The 2026 rule states that your current reality is a lagging indicator of your past habits. The money in your bank account today is not a reflection of your work today. It is a reflection of your financial habits from 2 years ago. The shape of your body today is not a result of the meal you just ate. It is the accumulated result of how you moved and fueled yourself for the last 730 days. We live in a delay. We live in the echo of our past choices. Most people fail because they do not understand this lag time. They start a business, they go to the gym, they change their diet, and after 2 weeks, they look in the mirror or check the ledger and see no change. They get discouraged. Furthermore, they say, I am doing the work, but nothing is happening. They are wrong. Everything is happening. You are rewriting the code, but the screen hasn't refreshed yet. The 2026 rule demands that you divorce yourself from the need for immediate feedback. It demands that you fall in love with the boredom of consistency. It requires you to understand that the person you will be in 2026 is being sculptured in the invisible hours of right now. You are sending a message to the future. You are shipping materials to the construction site of your future self. If you send garbage today, you will live in a house of garbage tomorrow. If you send excellence today, you will live in a fortress of greatness. This rule is the filter through which you must view every single action. Before you eat, before you scroll, before you speak, ask yourself, is this building the 2026 version of me, or is this dismantling him? There is no neutral ground. Every second is a vote. And to ensure that you are voting for victory, we must attack the 5 pillars of your existence. These are the 5 things you must do, the 5 wars you must win, to ensure that when you arrive at that future date, you arrive as a conqueror, not a casualty. The first war is the war for your mind. It is the battle for your focus. And the first thing you must do is execute a ruthless dopamine detox. We are living in an age of chemical warfare, but the battlefield is not a trench. It is your neurotransmitters. You are under attack. Every time you